It's all about what you need for a retreat, because retreats are starting back up.
Yeah.
We got lots of things to show you. I'll start with this one because this is one of my favorite little tools. This is a yazzii bag, and if you don't have any yazzii bags, this is an addiction. Actually, I have a couple of these. I have them all in red. We don't have any of these in the store. We do have 2 on order. They're on back order right now, but it's very cool. It's $42.99 is the retail on this. And this is just my little catch-all. So it has a top thing. So I've got pins, crochet hooks for picking out threads. I've got glue stick refills, thread, little for my bowing, marking pencil. This is a tool I found like eons ago, and it actually makes your quilt block look like it's far away, so you can see what it would look like from a distance. So it's kind of a cool tool. This is the Allen wrench I need for one of my machines. And then on the bottom of it, there's these little pockets. So I've got like some, twin needles in here, safety pins. So it's got all of these little different pouches for storage, so you can keep things separate. That's the bobbin and bobbin case for my featherweight. I don't keep it in the machine in the store because sometimes those things go missing. So very cool little bag. I also have another one of these for my makeup when I travel.
Yeah,
it's nice. Keep things separate, and it has it's a little bit bigger, and it has separate pouches that you can zip. So I have cotton balls in one of the pouches, and Q-tips in one, and
well, the little bags, you can do jewelry.
You can do jewelry in them as well. So these are ideas for you to take on retreat. So
Or just use in general.
So this is one of my favorites. Marilyn's going to show us another one.
Well, Yazzii makes some pretty neat bags, and this is one that comes in really handy. This one is for the feet for your sewing machine, so you can keep them all together. You could label it if you wanted, but you can find your feet easily, quickly, and so it has pockets for larger items, and then for the smaller feet, and it holds. Let's see, there's 3, 6, 9, 12. 15 there, and then on this side there are 2 more larger ones. So, and it folds back up.
They really
like
are
so.
Cool.
They're really neat. We have them in 2 colors. One is this purple, and the other one is kind of an aqua. And you can see the picture here, I think, of the bag already filled with the feet and kinds of demonstrates what it does.
In there and some scissors and stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so those are $43.99.
Okay, another one of my favorite things. This is one you have to make on your own. So this is from Pickle Pie Designs. You do need an embroidery machine to do this. This is not one you can sew on your own. It's $33.99, and I wish I'd have thought of this myself. This is a needle notebook. So we made this one night.
It's been a year or so.
On the show. And so you just store your needles in here. It's $33.99. It has all of the formats. It comes in hoop sizes 5x7, 7x12, and 9x14.
This is a handy item. It's One Canoe to Bento Box.
Yeah, these are kind of cool.
These
are pretty cool.
This one's wrapped, but we have one that's not. So we have a divided, and then that comes off, and you have one that's not divided. We're not done. And then you have another one that's a little bit deeper. And look at that pretty pattern. Those flowers are gorgeous. So putting it back together, it all stacks.
So that holds some larger items that you might want to take,
Right,
which is
right.
a neat thing. Keep them all neat and tidy.
Or your small Quilter Select rulers. will
How
work
much
in
is
there.
it?
Why, Joan? It is $19.99. That's a great price.
It really is.
It really is. You have to take your lipstick.
You have to take your lipstick. Don't store this in your purse. Put this in your yazzii bag or your
bento.
bento box because you don't want to mess up with this one. Oh, Robert's already got 2 out. So they come in black and white. They are $2.99. It's just a pincushion for needles. Comes with some. There's a crewel needle in there, and
Keeps them handy where you can find them, and they're safe.
yeah, they're safe. They're not out loose where they're going to stab you when you go look for them. Cute as button. $2.99.
They're very popular.
These are very popular. We sell these all the time. All the time.
Quilter Select makes this really neat little mat, especially good for projects that you cut. What are you doing?
I'm laughing at Robert.
I know, he's just a hoot.
He has a hand cramp. He's working so hard holding the camera.
We're really hard on Robert. Anyhow, keep it handy. You know, you'll have it right there with your cutter and everything. You can cut, if you don't have an AccuQuilt, you can cut these little blocks, just slick as a whistle on there, and it's all compact and easy to carry that way. So that is $10.99. Am I reading that right?
Yep.
And this is a 9x12 mat. So that's real handy for retreats. One of the other things that I thought might be handy was the small wool pressing mat. And it's made by Gypsy. And it's $22.99. And once again, it's a small size. You could keep a little iron next to you and just iron your blocks as you go. If you're not using the whatchamacallit, the who's-in-the-dig, the doohickey, that's it. But this is really a great item to take with you as well. If you're going to, you don't have to fight for the iron that they provide you or the ironing board. If you're just doing small blocks, that'll work wonderfully.
Nobody ever gets hurt on retreat, but if you do,
In the store.
in the store,
we do. Yes.
in the store we do. That's why we have store first aid kits. We don't use this one, but it's similar. This is a for real. People come by and they look at this and they go, "What is it? What is it? A quilt kit?" But truly, it is a first aid kit. And this stuff, this is amazing stuff. It's wound seal.
Yes, it is amazing.
I think we all have some personal experience with this.
Not
This
yet.
I learned about this in the Marine Corps.
no.
The corpsmen used to carry this with them, and in big pouches, and it was for gunshots. But they would actually. Okay, that's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
So when you cut yourself, and you can't make it stop bleeding, this stuff will form an instant scab. So doesn't take away the need to go get stitches if you have to get stitches, but if it's just a little cut, like, you know, the back of our hands, something like that, you nick yourself with scissors or something like that, this will stop it. And then you got everything you need to
Bandage yourself up.
bandage yourself up. And I didn't grab one of these with a price
Miranda.
tag on it. I think that these are $28.99. They are today, regardless of what they actually are. $28.99. Fits nice into your go bag, and you could be the hero at the quilt retreat. These are from Alex Anderson. They are $9.99. So this is a set of glass head pins. The nice thing about this is there's a magnet inside, so your pins are not going to get away from you.
This jewel is a must-have. I know a lot of us use glue sticks, but if you're wanting something more permanent, this is called Seam Align by Acorn. And it only takes just a little tiny drop, and you can set it with heat. Marilyn swears by it.
So do I.
I like it too. If
Anytime.
you're doing your binding, You can tack it down, not have pins. Comes in handy for an awful lot of things. They're a little more permanent. $7.99.
And that should last you a while
long
too.
time,
It doesn't
yeah.
take very much.
And you can pull it apart and realign it if it slips or something. So that's really cool.
If you
Oh,
heard
that's
Marilyn,
nice.
it's movable, so you can open it and reset it. I'm not going to take this out of the package, but it's empty, but it will carry some of your smaller items. It's a pink, well, this is a pink rotary cutter case, actually. So you could put your Quilter Select or any other rotary cutter in there. Rotary cutter. Woohoo! And your blades, we have pink, we have green. They are $10.99. This handy dandy is not a sewing kit like the traditional. This is a brush and cloth. Oh so clean brush and cloth set. So if you're having to get in to get lint away from the bobbin area, it's got two brushes in here. One's more of a flathead, one's more of an elongated, and a cloth. Very handy.
These are for Juki machines. This one is for the 2010. This one is for the larger machines, but if you have a similar size machine, they will work. There are things that I love about these bags. I actually have this one, and I don't have a machine that I carry in it. So it opens all the way
of
up.
owning your own store.
Okay, I'll tell you what I use it for. Bolts of fabric actually fit perfectly in here, and when I'm doing block of the weeks or block of the month, or I don't actually do the block of the week, when I did the block of the month, I would line the bolts of fabric up in this and zip it up like that and wheel it out to my car so that I could cut those out.
It does make it really nice. I mean, to carry them because
It does. So all of these things we showed you tonight will fit nicely in these bags, and I know you're going, but those bags are gotta be like $400 or $500 because our sewing machine cases, our trolleys are. This one, I have to find the tag for it, is much less. It is $129, and this one is $199.
The girls tested it. This will hold the 920, but without the embroidery.
So this will hold a very large sewing machine. And the thing I like about them, they open all the way.
yeah, that's nice.
That makes it easier to get
It
it.
does
Yeah.
make it easier because, you know, we're not really, you know, strong with our arms.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, Marilyn's not really strong with her arms. It's hard to lift these down in here.
That's my gal.
So, like I said, I don't tote a machine around in this. You can, but if you just have all of the stuff that we talked about that you need for sewing,
Other
these are
uses.
great.